Christopher Nolan gives you your big break, and are you betraying him by going to Marvel, you know?
So Christopher Nolan, when I was a theater actor in Chicago, gives me this role in The Dark Knight, and I was a comic book geek my whole life, and my dream was to work in movies. And so to combine movies and comic books was something that took me years to even process that really happened to me. It was a surreal experience. And that was one of the greatest comic book adaptation films ever made. He's also one of the greatest filmmakers to ever live. Now, for years, I've been so grateful for that experience for so many reasons. Obviously, because I got to be in that film. It changed my life. That was my break. By no stretch of the imagination, that propelled me to my life in Los Angeles and working in film and TV. And almost every director I've ever worked with, one of the first things they want to ask me about is, what was it like working in The Dark Knight? So flash forward, and for years I've wanted to thank Mr. Nolan. I've always wished that I had the opportunity to say, do you realize how much you changed my life? Flash forward to about 2 months ago, I now live in the Valley, and I was at a park with my son teaching him how to throw a ball, and I looked up, and there's Christopher Nolan. He was going to see a soccer game that his kids were playing in. And it was an incredible moment for me because I got the chance to say to him, you don't realize how much you change people's lives with what you do, but mine in particular, I have this dream of a life now. I work in film and television, and I work in the world of comic books brought to visual life through cinema. I have a family and a home, and I can really trace it all back to this moment that you said, come be in my film. So I appreciate that you asked me that, because I don't get to talk about that very often, and every day I have gratitude that experience happened.